So what are the core data components that form part of a solid data foundation that are necessary to enable generative AI to drive value across your organization? Let's start by looking at this from the perspective of the business end users. Whether you are a finance business partner, a marketeer, or supply chain manager responsible for order to cash, purchase to pay, or record to report, it is critical that you have a streamlined set of processes with the least number of errors, ad hoc interventions, or manual corrections. On a recent project, we worked with a team of finance business partners to supply chain and procurement functions within the manufacturing consumer goods business, who had the difficult task of reducing instances of obsolete stock stored across multiple warehouses. The demand and supply planning process took months, and the value of commercial leakage for their turnover business was estimated to be 4%. This was essentially wastefulness, predominantly resulting from missing discounts, unaccounted phantom orders, and inconsistent definition of products and materials. So, using a combination of large language models with much simpler natural language programming techniques, we were able to evaluate hundreds of thousands of documents, including good receipts, purchase orders, invoices, vendor contracts, for discrepancies such as wrong purchases, size of deliveries, missing discounts, and so forth. But this also needed to be done relative to other key business use cases and processes across multiple departments to ensure that we prioritize the development of the most critical data components that would ultimately improve data quality. By focusing on data standardization, harmonization, and enrichment, we were able to ensure that the data was ready for consumption. Beyond this, our focus shifted on creating a data governance layer in the form of standards, policies, best practices, and ways of working to ensure consistent monitoring of data assets, master records, and products using data catalog, data quality, and MDM tools like Calibra, Alation, Informatica, Stibo, just to name a few. With each of those core components and supporting suite of tools, GenAI would simply be a proof of concept, or at best, a minimal viable product that would have made negligible impact. So in conclusion, when adopting GenAI, start with a strategic review, identify instances of commercial leakage across key business processes, and then in turn focus on developing core data components that will lay down the necessary data foundations to enable GenAI to drive greatest value. Do not deploy GenAI for those that scream the loudest in your business, and certainly do not experiment with GenAI without there being a clear business case.